sister.
I'm on my thing.
Okay, sister Ashley.
All right.
Your hair's cute.
Roll it.
Her hair's always cute. She got a cut.
Yeah,
I
but
know,
I
I
got
think
it
that's why I said
chopped.
it's cute.
Crissie Duran.
Hi.
The last time I saw you, dream big.
That was wonderful.
That was
Thank
so
you.
cool. How was the turnout?
I mean, it was wonderful.
Was it?
Yeah.
I
As wonderful
Did you make any money?
We made a ton of money.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
A
much
little
money.
bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I interviewed you,
We're so
obviously, we were talking about the sky's the limit. There is no limit on donations. There's no limit on philanthropy. There's no limit on community.
Yeah.
We want to show up for one another. And you are a shower-upper. You're new in my life, but I've seen you about town. I know that you're making moves. I know that you're doing things. Can you talk to me a little bit about, let's talk about Dream Big and what got you involved and then what took you to the next level and everything else you're involved in.
Yeah, thank you. So really it started when my son went to school at Madison Elementary, and I just wanted to get involved in the community. It was new. And so I just really started with a candy bar fundraiser, and I've done a few of those in my 15 years. Actually, a little proud plug, along with Baldwin, those kids, I was really their cheerleader, but we had the largest candy bar fundraiser that VW's ever seen.
Whoop, whoop.
Ever.
Whoop, whoop.
So super proud of those guys.
That's awesome.
From there, then I got asked to be part of the referendum to try and build these great new schools. Bob and I did that together.
Yep.
So that was fun. And really just anything I could get involved with the Quincy Public Schools. I mean, my kids went there, but really it was about, public school is really about your community and really what is a heart. Whether you send your kids to public school, it really matters. And so that was just really important for me. And kids really are just, I think, the most important thing as a mom, as a human, they're our future. And so.
And, you know, you go from Dream Big, wrapping up, and again, you love kids, and your kids are, you're such a great and devoted mom, but you're also a big booster for the Children's Museum.
Yes.
And the board, and now we have a big event coming up.
Yes, that's why I'm here today. I'm so grateful, you guys. Thank you. So it's our third year, and it's an adult-only event, actually. So the adults get to have some fun,
Yes.
and the children are having fun down on the square at the Children's Museum. We've almost had 50,000 people come through those doors.
Wow.
So yes, I'm very happy to announce halfway to our goal of occupancy in our new location.
Incredible.
And we are really pushing that campaign. So this is one of the things that I really can do to try and give back. So for the third year, we are back at one event space or venue. 21 and older. We are bringing back the band that we had the first year. They're called the Naked Karate Girls.
Hiya.
Hiya.
Dude, how cool.
They are the coolest. They are so fun, and they play like all the 90s to now. They bring 50 sombreros. They bring, toilet paper shooters into
It's just fun.
It's so fun. It is like, well, it kind of takes me back to like a high school or college, like back when we had house parties. I don't know that people today really know what that means. Like, it was pretty great and savage back then.
Yeah.
So I'm bringing that here again. And for one night, one is dressed head to toe in tinsel. Many big cities have these pop-up Christmas bars. So that was my concept. What can I do to bring people, because we have so many wonderful fundraisers, because there's so many great causes. So what am we going to do? What am I going to do that so throw a party, and it's wild and crazy and fun and for the kids. So the Naked Karate Girls definitely do great for us on that. Like I said, the whole place is dressed tinseled out, and we start actually Monday and decorate all week for one night, usually. I'll talk about that in a second. And then, so tickets, we sell our tickets. We've got our VIP. VIP comes with a designated table. We sell those tables at 2, 4, 6, or 8, 10. And that comes with 2 drinks of your choice, a party pack. So I bring the fun too. You're gonna have disco sticks, you're gonna have light up rings, you're gonna have wacky tacky antlers that go on your head. Like, it's just gonna be.
It's not gonna be a quiet party, okay?
Yes,
Let's just say
there's gonna be glitter on your face, glitter in your hair. I mean, you're really gonna wake up the next morning and say, yeah, that was for the kids.
That was a good party.
A good party. And anyone who's been to it before, I think they would honestly say that I'm not making up. Maybe I might even give you a video. My executive director actually took a video of me dancing in one of the balconies. And it's pretty great. Because
like
I didn't know it was happening.
It's a precursor
I'm all by myself.
of what to expect.
Yeah, and it has the band. I mean, it really shows you what's happening. So those VIP tickets are $175.
Okay.
2 drinks, whatever you want, party pack, and most importantly, probably the seat if you want the seat. Now, you don't need a seat. It is a
probably
dance
won't need the
around.
seat.
Yeah,
I mean, if you want the seat, but general admission is $100.
Okay.
And that is the full-on party and the experience, and you can dance. And we have seating in other places, just not where the stage is. We've got great food. We have a late night snack that comes. We roll out our food twice because we know people are drinking, they're partying.
Who's catering?
We have Neiman's catering for us this year, so I'm very excited about that. And then we're going to roll out, last year we rolled out Little Caesars Pizza at I don't know.
Love Little Caesars?
I mean, it was so good, and so that has been requested
It hits
again.
the spot
It
sometimes.
really does. And we were literally handing pizzas out to people as they were leaving. I mean,
Well, you know.
they loved it. Yeah.
So when you're talking about this party, let's break it down. It goes to what cause?
The Quincy Children's Museum.
And it is what day?
December 5th, Friday. It's always
2
the
weeks from today.
first Friday of December.
2 weeks from
December
today.
5th. 2 weeks from today.
And it starts at what time?
7 o'clock.
And you can get your tickets where?
On our website at quincychildrensmuseum.org.
There is a link
There's
below.
a link.
And you can
Thank
expect
you.
an obvious party, philanthropy, good times.
Yes.
Chrissy
Yes.
dancing in the rafters, like getting it on.
Yeah,
like,
hey, if you buy your ticket, let's say if you buy your ticket by midnight tonight, I'll buy you a drink.
Oh, jeez.
Let's go.
You heard it here first, folks. Okay,
Now, I
so
also have sponsorship.
all right, let's talk about it.
I want to talk about that real quick, too, because one really great way to support your business, support the Children's Museum, get tickets that come with that. So I have a title sponsorship. I've got anything from $5,000 to $250, and everything in between comes with either VIP tickets or general tickets. So that's a really good option to look at too. And grab your friends and get a table and do that. The sponsorship tables are actually up top in the kind of a VIP balcony kind of area.
The
There's
best
a bar
place
up
if you've been to
there.
the one. It's cool.
Yeah, it really is cool.
Away from the crowd if you don't like it.
Yes.
Or if you're old enough to have gone to movies there when it was the Adams Theater.
Yeah, it's the best, the Dollar Theater, 100%.
Yes.
Okay, so
Star Wars there when I was like 10.
You can get VIP tables. How do you go about doing that?
Go right on the website.
Okay.
Or I have a QR code that I can give to you guys too.
Okay.
Takes you right. But if you go to our website, quincychildrensmuseum.org, I also have a Facebook page, Tinseltown. Just get on Facebook and go to Tinseltown. It's all right there. I promise you, this will be the best party that you've been to all year.
I don't want to put you on the spot. Do you want to shout out any sponsors?
Currently, right now, I have DP Construction. Okay. I have Peters. I have Mama B's Garden. Those are the ones, right?
Totally
Heidi
put you on the spot.
Holzgraf.
Okay.
I appreciate her.
Yeah.
Her family has been very involved and very big in this movement.
Her mother was my kindergarten teacher.
They're wonderful
wonderful people. Yes.
Wonderful people. Yes.
So I say go support not only this endeavor, which is so cool. We all love to promote healthy growth for our children, but also in our community. This is awesome. And this gives you a great chance to go out and have a great night with your friends.
Time, honestly.
Yeah.
It really is. And as a mom, even when I was thinking of this fun party year, it's really hard to leave your kids at home.
Sure.
And it's really hard to like make those decisions and choose things. I promise you, this will be worth your while.
Yeah.
And you will thank the Children's Museum. You will be like, this is what Mama needed.
Yes.
Yeah.
You need to get away, but this is a perfect reason to get away.
It all goes back to
support.
the kids.
Yeah. Yes.
Real quick too. So I have a silent auction because that's what I do. So it's called All I Want for Christmas. And it's all experiences. And the first year we did kid experiences, and last year we added adult experiences. And so it is kids and adult experience. Actually, Bob, you guys do a kid in a podcast for a day.
Yep.
Super fun.
Yes.
So we are looking for any kind of fun experience. It can be anything. Parents really love to buy an experience. And around the holidays, it's really hard with extra money. But this is an experience that lasts up to a year to use. And there's just nothing like having your kid be able to get a fire truck ride or a ride in the dare car, be on a podcast.
Talk to Ashley Conrad.
Be a cheerleader for
Sit
a
behind
day.
the camera with Rand
You know
Cam.
what I do. You know,
Hey.
it's great. And then we have a live auction.
Okay, which
Not
is so much fun.
The live auction is fabulous. And it's short and sweet. It goes real fast because really this is during our intermission. We are here to party, but we've got some great things for that. That has to be done at the party. The silent auction will run after the party, actually until the next day, Saturday at noon.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
And then something so exciting that we've never done before, and it just totally makes sense. We've been thinking about this for years because we spend an entire week, day in and day out, covering one with tinsel. It's kind of sad to like tear it down, the next day. So we have included now, it's called a Jolly Jammy Jamboree. It's for families, children and their parents. It's $25 per admission. You can come in. We have early admission available. Our sponsorship tickets come with those. You come in your jammies. We have arts, crafts, special guests. We're doing a breakfast. These kids, when our kids, anyone on my committee or within the Children's Museum, we bring them down during the week so that they see what we're doing.
Sure.
Their little eyes are like they're in Santa's workshop.
And they get to go on Saturday then.
And now everyone in town can come on Saturday and
really cool.
see. It is so magical. I'm not even just saying that. I work really hard with my committee. We are just an amazing group, and we really pour our hearts into this, so I'm so excited. Our Ready, Set, Grow department in the Children's Museum, it's our early adolescence development. They are kind of heading that, but I'm thrilled. Please, $25 for a kid and the family. Bring your child down, special guests, a breakfast, arts, crafts. They will be wowed. They will talk about it for years. I promise. I'm not just saying that. It's really going to be magical.
Well, and anybody who's been to the Children's Museum knows
It's
such a great cause, and we're going to help and do whatever we can to make sure they get in that building and get it all fixed up. The old paper box building,
It's
of course,
happening.
we're talking about.
It really is.
It is. They're halfway there, and
it's something that Quincy has needed for
real.
years and years and years.
Yeah, for anybody who went down to the Magic House or the City Museum in St. Louis and stuff like that. It's
one thing that's really great.
need that
We
here.
have state representatives that they're visiting all week, and for the next couple of weeks. And tourism is really something that we started looking at because let's be honest, like there isn't another children's museum for 100 miles. And the fact that we have been in those semi-permanent doors on the square, and we've almost seen
still been doing very well.
50,000 people. I mean, and we've got a board. They're coming from all over. So don't tell me that this isn't bringing families to come eat in our restaurants, stay in our hotels,
butts in seats and heads in beds.
That's exactly it. So it's a
but
win-win.
even more so, it's for the kids.
It
and
is.
You want to support. If you don't care about supporting anything else, you want to support the foundation that is our children, that is our community, and this is a way to do it. I think that you've done a great thing here. You have continually supported our community. You have continually shown that you do give a rip about it. You want to be there. You want to do good things. I know it's not just you. I know you have a huge village who is like continually moving forward and all of this stuff. I think it's incredible. Can we give a shout out to your team? So of course we have Megan. We have
Amy Peters is our executive director, who really, if I'm going to give anyone a shout out, it was her dream. 6 years ago. It was her idea. She was like, how do I make this happen? And that girl is a force.
Yes, she is.
We were a mobile museum to begin with. She went to 40 different schools in a year. She went to anything and everything that would say they would take our stuff.
Yes.
She has worked so hard. She has so many beautiful children too at home. Her husband is such a great support. Anything I can do to help her. And that's just how the team is. But yes, we have Sarah Draw. We have Carrie Bellis is she's actually our development committee chair. Morgan Miles, Pilar, Katie Doyle, Gabby Lumen. Who else?
I totally put you on the spot. I'm so sorry.
I know.
No,
My
you're
girls
good. You're
rock,
good. You're good.
Though, really, really. And
you
then
have a
we
great
just
crew.
we have volunteers that come and just start wrapping presents, tying bows, anything I tell them to do. Donna Smith, Cindy Reese,
God, love Donna.
Sandy Miller, Brian Smith and Donna. Actually, the first year they cut out. I don't even know. Have you ever seen like those? Snowflakes that you make at the paper bags.
Oh, sure.
It's not easy to do. They made like 30 of them.
They're the best.
They're the best. I mean, I just have amazing friends and acquaintances in this town that if I call and they just all show up. And they show up, I mean, I always say I'm just the girl that's willing to make the call.
Yeah.
It's not me that they're saying yes to. It's the cause.
But it always takes someone to herd those kittens.
Totally. But the ask when they say yes and they just show up and it just truly makes it magic. Yeah. So we've been so happy with the event at One. It's just the perfect venue, to be honest, because it's got different rooms. We do different fun things.
Sure.
Last year we had that selfie stick that like spins around you. This year, I'm sure you guys have seen, but there's like those glitter freckles.
Yeah.
Those will be like...
It's like bedazzling your face.
Yeah. And they have glitter, like... when we were younger, well, I don't know how old you are. I'm maybe a little bit older. But you used to like stamp in or like clip the rhinestones in your hair. So that is totally coming back. Yeah. I've already bought one at Hobby Lobby because it got me. But we'll be bedazzling people.
Obviously, it's going to be a fantastic night. I would
naked karate
say naked karate
from
girls.
Ohio.
They're
baby. Coming in from
All
Ohio.
Right. So again, here we go. How do people get tickets?
Facebook, Tinseltown. Right there, our website will take you to quincychildrensmuseum.org.
Okay.
Date. Call me. I will get you tickets. I'll get you the best tickets. If you buy your tickets tonight, I'll buy you a drink.
She's gonna get you a drink, guys.
Come on. Yeah. If I have to, I don't care how many drinks I have to buy. It's for the kids.
Yes. Okay,
kids.
Date. December 5th, Friday.
Okay.
December 5th. Just for the record, it is not a home basketball game.
Oh, so there you go.
Cheers to that.
Perfect.
See, she wants a podcast.
Hey, I think everybody wants a podcast. Listen, I am good with everybody getting their voice out there. I think that it's important for everyone to speak on the importance of community and children and foundational things and philanthropy. And
I'm so grateful.
No better
way. You guys
way.
Always really.
Well, there's no better way to get the word out than just coming to a table and talking about it. So thank you for showing up.
Thank you.
We have someone else who's getting ready to sit at our table to talk about his philanthropy, along with running, traveling, music, all the things. I don't want to...
A lot of St. Louis stuff, too.
He's pretty freaking cool.
Yeah, it was a good
Also, time. Crissie Duran's pretty cool. So get
She
your
is.
tickets and definitely stay tuned. We got a good guest coming up.
On an upcoming edition of Muddy River Gems brought to you by Dot Foods, see how they acquire and build historic planes in Springfield.
So this is a P-51 Mustang. This is widely regarded as the airplane that pretty much helped to win World War II. So this is one of one.
This is the only one?
Only one. It's a Crouser Air Coach. This holds 6 people, 3 engines. You start them by hand. They made, I think, 25. Some of the parts are made of unobtainium, and we have to make them.
That's coming up on the next Muddy River Gem, brought to you by Dot Foods.
See, there we go.
They were good people.
Because regardless of your political preference, you can still be a really cool person.
Yeah, so what
Yeah.
happened with... Well, we can
Are
talk
you
about
are you sure? Are you
feel-
sure?
Absolutely.
Good.
Oh,
Are you
okay.
sure? I don't know.
Absolutely.
I think that if you don't agree with someone 100%, they're an asshole and you can't like them.
Well, maybe
Isn't that how it's
that's
supposed to be?
That's your take.
That's
well,
where
maybe
we're
in
at.
today's world.
That's where we're at.
sometimes.
Rich
All right,
Marcolla!
Rich
Yeah.
Marcolla.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
let him on
Hey.
forever. This is
Wow.
great.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the last time I saw you was at United We Feud. We didn't perhaps kill it, but we did pretty well.
You guys...
You won, didn't you?
No.
You didn't win?
I thought everybody did incredibly well.
It was-
It took a little
Did Allie
bit
and her
to-
vibrator win?
It was a really good answer. I mean, I answered the first question very blandly, if you will, because I thought I was going for the number one answer, but I think everybody did great. And it was the first time, and it was
Yes.
really creative.
Yeah, we're going to refine those answers too. Some of them were kind of very murky. We had to turn to the judges, but we're going to make this one better. And I'm fortunate to get to host it again. It's March 21st, which is a Saturday.
Yeah.
March
At the
21st, all right.
Ambiance.
Yeah, very
So
cool.
that's
Okay,
cool.
so you are not only a community man, which obviously people know you embrace our community, which is amazing. You're also a world traveler, a concert goer,
Yes.
a family man,
Yes, yes.
a money man,
Yes, well,
a
yes.
running man.
Yeah, this is
You're
incredible.
everywhere. So
By the way,
And we
I
are
was
men of a
thinking-
certain age.
We are men of a certain age, too. I was thinking my goal in life is to be the male Ann Boland of Quincy,
That is a
Illinois.
great goal.
Is that a good goal?
that
That's
is
a
a
good
great
goal.
goal.
Everyone loves her.
We were
Yes.
just
She's
talking
always
about
working
her.
for...
I don't know anybody that doesn't like you.
Yeah, there's a few.
I don't know.
It's all right.
We're not going to go down that
All
road.
right.
We're
I
keeping this
just
one
saw
good.
Ann at the holiday show and had a very long conversation about things that I want to see in the community. And she said, we need to hook up because I have all these ideas and I would love to pick your brain. I'm like, I would love to pick yours. You are just like, yeah, she's an amazing person. But I will say that you are quickly following in the ranks of being the guy who people look to do these things, not because of your larger than life personality, but because you really do have this heart. And you know what you're doing. You have been everywhere, and I want to talk about this more, but you just have a really well-rounded existence, which I think is pretty cool.
You know what? Thank you,
Yeah,
number
you're
one.
welcome.
And secondly, I've evolved a lot.
Yeah.
You know, when I wore a younger man's clothes, I probably would have been the type of person who would have been the keyboard person all the time, arguing. Bob knows in the old days, I probably would have been more
We all
that
did.
guy.
We all did.
But age tends to kind of mellow you out.
It really does.
Make you kind of look internally and
Yeah.
try to make yourself a better person.
It's called
And
wisdom, I feel.
I think so.
I
but
think
I
it is.
appreciate
You
what you
gain
said.
perspective.
Yeah.
You think more before. I mean, I do. I mean, you know, back when I used to do the other websites and stuff, yeah, I threw a lot more fire.
Right.
Now I'm more selective with my targets.
Yep.
And it's like I just think if you just now it's like if you keep yelling all the time, people stop listening.
It's
Yeah.
just
So
noise.
that's why you need to, if the issue is important enough, that's when you need to stand up and say, yeah. Because if you scream about everything, people are just gonna go, meh, and tune you out.
So I think, and I want to have your perspective on this, but as you get older, it's not just wisdom, but it's learning what's truly important. And as a part of a community, which you're kind of a transplant here, but you've evolved here, right?
You're in the 30-year club, right?
Yeah, actually, I think Duran and I came in the same 1995. Yeah, so we're all in
Yeah.
the same class of 1995.
So as you evolve in a place where you continually want to grow, you want to do better, you want to be better, you want to make your community better, you want to create this vortex of goodness, which I think is the path that you're on. I think you're doing a really good thing. But can we start at the beginning, where you came from and how you came to Quincy?
Well, this is a great shirt.
Okay. Isn't it great?
Yeah,
The Hill,
I love
yes.
it.
So,
Yes.
yeah,
Marcolla is Italian, in case you
yeah,
hadn't guessed.
my folks are from the Hill. My grandparents settled on the Hill, came to
Cool
Ellis
place.
Island. And so I was 27 and someone asked me to come up and move to Quincy, Illinois to be a financial branch manager of a firm.
Were you like, where the hell is that?
You know, it's interesting you say that. I knew about 3 things about Quincy. Number 1, they had a really good university soccer team.
Hell yeah,
because
we
the
do.
school I went to, Vianney, the
Yes.
head soccer coach, Mike Villa, I think he still owns a bunch of records in the
Yes.
men's soccer team.
Because Vianney was a big Hawks pipeline for many years.
Yeah, so
many
he would send his kids up here because of his experience living here. I knew that. I got a call from one of my college fraternity brothers. He goes, "You're moving to Quincy? How lucky are you?" And I'm like, "I don't know. How lucky am I?"
Yeah.
And he said, "There's something called Blue Devil basketball."
Woo,
And I was
boy.
like, "What?" And that was
Hell
that
yeah.
was probably number 2. And then of course I knew it was a little far away, but you're right. I didn't know a lot about it.
Yeah.
So
Well, Rich is being from St. Louis. My wife, also from St. Louis. She went to Hazelwood Central.
Okay.
And my wife's a year younger than we are. Rich went to Vianney, which is one of the big 4 private schools with Vianney, DeSmet, CBC, and SLU High. Although Chaminade probably in that mix now?
Yeah. I'd say out of those, Vianney's was the most affordable for my family.
Okay.
So you know, you had Chaminade would be way up there.
Yeah.
The
There's
cost,
echelons.
there's big.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're all, I mean, Vianney's Jesuit, correct?
No, they're Marinist.
They're Marinist, really?
Yeah. So is Chaminade.
So SLU, because SLU High would be Jesuit.
Yep. SLU, DeSmet.
DeSmet's Jesuit. Okay, there you go.
yeah.
Getting my Catholic
I was like, how much
denominations.
research did you do here? Because obviously I didn't do enough. But okay, so you heard about Quincy. Someone asked you to come here. You did kind of a little due diligence. When you decided to come here, what were your initial reactions, or what was the?
There's so many.
I want to hear it because
I can tell you
I'm
first
here.
and foremost, I should probably admit I can't say TV, but on this,
Yeah,
that
the WWW,
Internet,
World Wide Web, baby.
I've never had a maid right after 31 years
Okay,
in Quincy, Illinois.
all
so
right.
and I'm standing by to this point.
That's fine.
You
okay.
can't turn back.
That's
you know,
all right.
You got
Now
to be
it's
fully
your-
committed.
That's
That's
fine.
all right.
I got
Yeah.
you. That's fine.
But I would say that it was more of a, I thought I was going to be here for 2 to 4 years as a stepping stone, maybe move on to some other opportunity. But we just were fortunate to get involved with the right people, meet the right friends, and our kids are from here. What's really cool, and just to kind of really twist this around,
Yeah, sure.
is my daughter, who was born here, graduated from Mizzou.
MIZ?
Woohoo!
CPA, worked for one of the big, large firms down there.
KPMG?
Yeah, that's it. And just recently she said, you know what, I want to move back home.
That's awesome.
Which is cool.
And she's
That
working
is-
with
After
you,
5 years.
right?
Yeah.
Very.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And your other daughter in law school?
She graduated law school.
Just
She's,
graduated law school.
Living in Jacksonville, Florida now.
She went to Mizzou Law School, although she did the undergrad thing at Kentucky, correct?
Right, that's where that bourbon stuff can get you in
Yes,
trouble.
the
but-
Weller. Yes, we try to usually call the guest and say, "Hey, what do you want us to provide to drink for you?" Oh no, this guy's like, "I'm
He
bringing
brings
you
gifts.
something," so he brings a bottle
And
of
we
Weller.
always say that it's not our favorite guests that bring gifts, but yes,
It moves you up the chain.
Yes, it is.
It brings you
Let's
up
just
there.
be honest.
You get your
So-
second visit
That's
back.
cool.
All right, so no maid right, and that's okay. I will forgive you. I think there are 2 camps there. You either love it or you're not a fan, but either way, you support. Okay, so after moving to Quincy, now can I backtrack just a little bit because you are a family man, which is one of something you should tout. Were you with your wife before you came back?
Yeah.
Or did you meet in college? How
Yeah,
did
it's
that
college
go?
You guys met at
sweetheart.
SEMO, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
college sweetheart. Yeah.
All right, college
So,
sweetheart.
yeah.
That's
And she's a small town girl, right?
living in a lonely world. Hopefully not. But yeah, she's
She
a
was,
small
wasn't
town
she?
girl.
Where
Yeah.
she came
then
from?
she met a.
She met a city guy.
Yeah.
See, that's like me. I was a small town boy, Perry, Missouri, population 800. Met a girl from North County.
There should be a song like that.
Sure, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Think
Write
there
it.
was,
Let's
yeah.
write it,
Yeah,
boys.
yeah.
Okay, so you met your wife. You decided to come to Quincy. You had a lot of perceptions, maybe not your own, but people were giving you kinds of little ideas of what you can expect when you get here. When you get here, what are you thinking?
Initially, you know what I did? I tried to just go around and meet the people I thought I should meet.
Yeah.
So initially, it was just a small community. I didn't know much about it. So I got to, but again, I was lucky because I went into an office where there were, I think that my oldest employee was 80 years old. So I got to hear all the stories, and they told me all the great things. School board issues back in the 90s. Oh my goodness, those things. I mean, basically everything we were talking about today sometimes happened back then.
Sure.
Right?
History repeats itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a new day, same.
Yeah. So fortunately, I was around the right people, and they introduced me to the right people to get to know others. But I'll also say this: one of the first things I did, and I was 27, so I was still a kid.
Oh, okay. All right.
I joined a inline hockey league, so I got to know people who were in their
Out of Scotties, right?
Yeah,
You're playing out of
17,
Scotties.
18,
We love Scotties.
30, 35. Jeff
Okay.
Scott, Bob Scott.
Yeah.
I mean, some of these hockey guys, Tangy, Tuzo, all these
I think
names,
that's how I met
right?
you, was Tuzo.
Oh boy, okay.
Let's bringing it back.
Okay.
We're bringing it way back. Yeah.
So I got to meet a lot of people in all sorts of different pockets in Quincy, not just one circle, which was really cool.
Yeah, very, very cool. And since you've grown, obviously, because now you are very well known in our community. So what was your first, I guess, taste of a community project, if you remember? I don't know. So you were 27 when you moved here, which I didn't know that. It seems like, if I look back at 27, that's a long time ago. I was having way too much fun.
Yeah. My position kind of said, made me grow up a little bit because I had to manage a branch of financial advisors, so I had to be real careful at 27. I couldn't hang out with backwaters all the time.
All
I
the
was
time.
married too, right? So,
Okay.
but I
She,
think-
she was at Backwater
Yeah.
for both
I was
of
a
us.
bartender. I wasn't managing wealth. I wasn't doing all the things. I was.
Well, I didn't have a choice, right? I had to just do
I
it.
get it.
So I don't know. What was your question? I'm not even having my.
No, you're good. So when you're
your
in,
first philanthropy, what was your first
okay.
thing that you
Yeah,
remember
how'd you
about
get involved in our
what
community?
you jumped into first?
Well, I've always been a Rotarian. So
Yeah.
since the age of 20, 21, that kind of got us on the path of service to the community. And then one of my big board was probably transitions. I'm still on that board.
Oh, yeah.
I always say it's like Hotel California when you join a board. It's like, you can always check in, but you may never leave.
Transitions.
never
is a-
leave.
You may never-
My wife being a special ed teacher, we have transitions has a very special
very
place in our
important.
heart.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
just good work for good
And
people.
good old Mike Ryan said,
Yep.
hey, Rich, do you want to do this? So I really appreciate Mike to this day.
shout out,
So,
Mike.
yep.
Very,
Yeah.
very cool. So you got your taste of philanthropy and community with transitions. Now you have obviously grown. I feel like I'm just talking a whole bunch, but I do want to talk
You've
about
been
all
very
kinds
active
of
with
different
Q&D
things.
though,
Yeah.
right? Too. Your kids went
Yeah,
there,
kids
so
went there.
you did some
Q&D,
fun
we
drive
did
stuff
the-
with them.
Yep, I was a chair campaign person for
Yeah.
Q&D, and
So, yeah.
I, like I said, been doing some of these events. The other event that is coming up is Dancing with the Stars. I believe that's
February 6th.
Yeah.
And I get to
6th.
judge. I was in the first one, so this is the last one they're going to do. This is a wrap.
Oh, really?
I think it's year 15 or 16, and there's
So
you ever
is this
dance?
going to all?
I was
Yeah,
in
he
the
won.
first
Yeah,
one.
he's in
Yeah,
the first
I
one.
know, yeah.
Is this going
I
to be
was
like the all-star thing, or they're bringing new people in?
I don't know what they're going to do, but they just really want to make it huge because so many of these nonprofits, they need these things, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big, big deal
Yeah.
to get people to show up.
I heard
so-
Bob can dance.
No.
Well, there you go.
I've declined before. I'll decline again.
Come
Yeah.
on.
But you also said United We Feud because that's big for the United Way.
Yeah.
We were a sponsor of that last year. We're going to do that again this year, and one of us will be up there answering questions.
fun.
And you'll do your best. Richard Dawson, Steve
Yeah.
Harvey, and all
You
that.
did great.
But the problem is it's Saturday, March 21st, and if Missouri is making a deep tournament run,
Oh, boy.
what are we going to do?
I think we'll figure something out.
Well,
We'll have the
the phones,
televisions on.
the
Yeah,
phones,
we'll
okay.
figure.
All right,
Jenna, Jenna will be cool with that.
Yes, she will. I'll yell scores to you. We'll be
Yeah,
fine. So,
yeah.
and Big Mizzou, even though you went to SEMO, you're a Mizzou guy.
Yep.
You had a kid went to Mizzou undergrad, kid went to Mizzou law. So we're big Tiger fans.
Mizzou's
sir.
insane.
We commiserate over the team.
We cry every
every
fall.
fall and winter, March.
Yep.
A lot of tears in March.
Yeah,
and
not
we
a
are
lot of joy, really.
no, never. And we are also diehard blues fans.
Sure.
When the Blues won the Cup in 2019.
That was a great time. I remember seeing you at the Abbey.
Yes.
Oh.
We a bunch of Blues fans just showed up at the Abbey. We were like, let's just go to the Abbey. After they won, I was with Ray and Johnny Shield at Ray's house. We went there. You guys went there. We took pictures. We drank Budweiser. It was like
Until well after.
Oh yeah, Gabe was still running the show back then. He kept it open late for us, and it was. I know how the Cub fans felt in 2016 now, because we were spoiled as Cardinal fans. We really were.
Yeah.
I mean, we grew up in the 80s. We grew up with Whitey Ball.
Now we've gone the
spoiled.
complete opposite, though.
And the Cardinals are terrible.
Yes.
Terrible. And hockey, as great as it was in 2019, you mentioned the online skating. Can you suit up and play some defense now? Because Bennington is back there like JFK driving down downtown Dallas right now. It's not good.
No, it's not pretty at all.
He's getting peppered.
It's awful. But you know what? They started out like this last year.
Yes, they
made
did.
the playoffs, and they were 2 seconds away from making it to the second round.
They started out like this in 2019 too.
I know.
But they got
All right,
to stop the
obviously
puck.
sports, guys. Come on.
You were asking all the questions earlier. It was sports
well,
time.
Well, that's good. I'm going to give you a little bit of leeway there, but I want to bring it back.
Anyway, I'm just saying we need Falk, we need Parayko, we need these defensemen to step up because they're not protecting Bennington. Bennington is a top goalie, but even the best goalie can't sit there and just get peppered with 40 shots a night. That's
all right.
He's right.
Am I wrong?
You're right. Totally.
All right, so we know that.
As you should always just know. I'm right.
Yes, you're right. I get it.
All the time.
Yes, very, very cool.
All the time.
Ding. Next subject. No, I'm kidding. So
Next
I
subject.
think, yeah.
Can't get her to
So
say it.
obviously, sports, community, family, but you're also a world traveler.
World traveler.
And
oh boy, I know where we're going on this one, right?
This is the only. Okay, so I have a great family. I'm not really into sports. I don't really have. I am starting to get more into. Obviously, I'm a community person because I'm born and bred in Quincy, and I love everything I can do for Quincy. But traveling, man, you have gone the lengths of which people could and should be jealous. I think you've done more things than most people, including, what was it, Sammy Hagar's birthday bash?
Okay, now that was pretty
on.
cool.
How many Sammy concerts?
Oh, probably, I don't know, quite a few.
Because you and Randy, it's got to. You guys are probably the top two guys I know who've been to more than me.
Yeah. I've lost track.
You've lost track. He's lost track.
Probably a dozen at the very least.
Yeah.
All right.
The Cabo thing was pretty cool. That was on my wish list forever, and it's really hard to get. You can't buy in. You just have to be lucky to get tickets.
Bash.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, if I wanted to, even if there's no scalping involved.
Yeah,
None.
no.
You cannot. It has to be. You have to just be fortunate enough to win that, and I did. And I'll tell you, the Cabo Wabo experience was cool. It's about the size of backwaters,
cool.
essentially, very small. And the stage was great, and he was fantastic. And I would say that's one of my top ever concerts, and I've done some great concerts.
So you combined your love for music and travel in one, which obviously would be so cool. My husband and I went to Cabo on our first trip, and I won't bore you with the details. We missed our flight. It was a nightmare until we got to Cabo Wabo. Whoa, if you have the chance to go, just go. It's very, very cool. But
I've been there twice when one time Toby Keith just jumped on stage.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I just had a bunch of bras.
7 years ago, and then
bras.
Yeah, there's bras everywhere, but
bras.
Okay. But I didn't see any cool people. I was the cool person.
Of course,
there you go.
And then the other time, the Nickelback guy jumped on stage. But I don't even know his name, but and so we just happened to be there. The fun fact, Bob. What's it?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, he jumped. Fun fact: inside Cabo Wabo, there's only one flag of a radio station, and you can guess which radio.
KC95.
KC95. It's right in the corner.
Yep.
Sammy is like, St. Louis puts him here, and I think other towns, he's still there, but he's not like he is in St. Louis.
They were one of the first stations to really play his music hard.
Yeah.
His solo music.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. That was pretty cool. That was one of my favorites.
Cool.
So.
All right, so you went to the birthday bash at Cabo Wabo in Cabo, which doesn't get much better. But then I also saw that you traveled to Hawaii and you've gone. So
this year's been a crazy year, though. So it's an exceptional year. Because,
I'm not trying to
I don't.
Highlight all of these world travels and pin you as this guy who just goes and fancy, fancy free.
I work.
You work really, really hard. But I would like to know favorite place.
I'd say probably Greece.
Really?
Yeah, the
Where?
islands. Yeah, the islands.
Okay, very, very cool.
But this year's been nuts, though. At the beginning of the year, I think we talked about this. New York,
yeah.
Hawaii, Cabo, LA. But some of this is business. We go for business.
Sure, absolutely.
And I've mentioned who I've seen just randomly. This is a weird year.
Yeah.
I'm walking in Central Park, just middle of the day. It's 2 o'clock on a Thursday. That's what time it was.
Yeah.
Beautiful day, by the way. And this guy walks past me with someone else. And as he walks past me, I hear someone say, "Good job at the play last night, George." And I thought, okay, my mom was just talking about George Clooney being in a play.
Good night, good luck.
Yes, and she was telling me that on the way.
Where he plays Edward R. Murrow.
She dropped me off at the airport in St. Louis, saying, "If you see, I swear to God, if you see George Clooney, say hello."
Seriously?
And she said, and his catchphrase, "Good night and good luck," or something. Is that it?
That's the name of it. Yeah. That was Edward R. Murrow's sign-off when he did the radio news back in the day, and he played him. He directed the movie and played Fred Friendly in the movie. He did not play Murrow in the movie, but in the stage play he played Murrow.
And lo and behold.
So I turned to Laura, my wife, and I say, "Hey, that's George Clooney. I think I'm going to go get a photo." She's like, "No, don't do that." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm going to do that."
Don't be a dumbass.
Yeah,
Come on,
George
Laura.
Clooney.
I would but
Laura.
So we kind of like do the fast walk, right? But because you don't want to look really desperate.
you don't look creepy.
No.
Yeah.
And so I say, "Hey, George, can I get a photo?" And his bodyguard said, no photos. And George's like, "Heck yeah, let's get a photo." And so I do this. This is George. And George says, "Do you want your wife in this?" I'm like, yeah, that's George.
Oh, shoot, yeah,
So
her?
Oh, no. She was shitting all over this idea, so no, she doesn't get to be in it.
Yeah, right.
Laura.
But then I couldn't get the phone. I was like doing this, and George was like, "Let me
Shaking.
show you how to do it." So he actually was a very nice person.
Very cool.
And then you know what he said to Clooney? He's like, "You're almost as handsome as Bob Goff."
And then Laura was like,
I missed that.
and then Laura says, "Hey, Rich, see you later. I gotta go somewhere with little George."
George
here.
and I are gonna have drinks.
Okay,
Yeah.
but so I like the happenstance meetings. I like that
Yes.
you're traveling and doing these things. This wasn't your first. This wasn't your only.
No,
Can you tell me about the next one?
No, the next one happened just last week. So
Really?
Yep.
It was just that
Yep.
soon? Okay,
Yep.
all right.
Last week I was in Los Angeles visiting a mutual fund company, and I had an extra. Well, actually, I had about 8 hours to kill before my flight. So that's how it kind of works. I got to squeeze all these things in because
Sure.
I got to get on the flight.
You're there. Why not?
Yeah. But in LA, obviously, driving 10 minutes takes about an hour and a half.
Yeah,
so you
I
gotta
was
be
out
careful,
there. I was
right?
out there a couple weeks ago too. Yeah,
Yeah, it's kind of brutal. Yeah. We said the same word. Yep.
Jinx, Omi Cook, go.
Okay, so I've always wanted to see the Brady Bunch house.
Best.
And they had HGTV just redid the whole house to match what was in the studio. So I went there thinking this is going to be cool, and all the money that they raised, I think, was for the local animal shelter, which was also cool.
Very
But
cool.
there wasn't a lot of people there. So I walk right to the house, and of course it looks just like what you see on television. And I turned to 4 people kind of right in the corner, and I said, "Hey, can I get a photo?" And this guy says, "Yeah, you can get a photo, but do you want to take it with Kathy Griffin?" And so next thing you know, I'm like, I
Sure,
guess.
why not?
Why
Am I
not?
going to say no?
Right.
No, you're
Would
not
a
going to say
normal-
no.
Would any normal person,
No.
any good
Now
human
listen,
say
so
no?
political differences aside,
This is what we were talking about
If
when
I'm
we started.
going-
We're circling it back.
if I'm walking through Central Park and someone with political differences is walking through, that is a superstar in my mind, I'm going to ask for a picture. The same with Donald Trump. I may not agree with everything. I'm going to want a picture. I'm going to need a picture. Okay, so Kathy Griffin may not be the most liked individual on the face of the earth, but if you're standing in front of the Brady Bunch house and someone says, "Do you want a picture with
That
Kathy
sounds
Griffin?"
funny, right?
That's in the Brady Bunch
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
there are certain things that are no-brainers, and that is one of them. So, did you get a picture?
Of course I did.
You did.
I haven't posted
Fair.
it anywhere yet.
Except
Well,
right
we're about
now,
to post
we got it
it.
right here. There you go.
Yeah.
What's up? Yay!
Because I love the fact that you were a little hesitant because you don't want to create this divide. But I think that there's I think there's
Get over it, people.
Really? Yeah. I
over
mean,
it.
anybody else would do it, and
Yeah.
kind of just screw off if you think that you wouldn't do the same thing.
Exactly.
100%.
You know, I think this conversation just brought me back to what you originally asked about Quincy and first impressions.
Yeah.
I had a huge advantage moving to Quincy at 27 because no one knew me. They didn't know who I was in high school. They didn't know that Richie Marcolla may have thrown a rock at a car when he was 6,
Ooh,
hypothetically
Richie.
speaking, right? And unfortunately, that follows you
does.
around. And so one thing that I told my family and I told Laura, everybody in this town, this is one of your questions, knows each other.
Yeah, we do.
And their family.
Good, bad,
And
or
they-
ugly.
You're correct. And I told her, I said, I'm going to make this decision that I am going to respect the person who treats me the right way, and I'm not going to take any advice from anyone else saying this person's a good person or a bad person. Right?
You judge them
How
on
they
their
treat-
own merits through your eyes.
Form your own
Exactly,
opinion, and that's
exactly.
how things should be.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
people would tell me stories about somebody and somebody and somebody, and I'd be like, you know what, that person treats me well.
Yeah.
Not my biz.
Yep.
And I like that person.
Yeah.
And I can name a bunch of people who different groups just don't click. And that's the way it is.
okay.
But if someone treats me well, they're my buddy.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
my friend.
Sure.
And that's it.
And I think that Quincy is really good at that. It can also be very cliquey, but I would venture to say that anyone would step outside of their own little box to get a picture with Kathy Griffin
Sure,
in front of the Brady Bunch.
but Quincy is
I mean,
Quincy is
obviously, come on.
parochial. It really is, and but even I mean, like I said, you've been here 30 years, but you're still a guy from St. Louis.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever be a
Ellen
Quincyan.
is still a gal from St. Louis. I'm still a guy from Perry, Missouri. I mean, that's fine. But we have all made our niches and all found our place in this community, and it is home.
It's an awesome community.
It's great. It is. It is.
beautiful.
You were blessed enough to have one of your daughters move back. Will you have the other one? Who
We'll
knows?
see.
We hope so. I've got 2 kids who are out in the world right now. Probably not going to get them back, but the youngest we might get back. So he's finishing up at ISU.
That's awesome.
So yeah, that's what we're hoping for.
I have
So-
one kid who's hell-bent on building a mini home in our backyard who will never leave, and one that I'm not quite sure about, but we'll see what happens. But I do
great.
think that if you can make a home in Quincy and find your way and do the right things and be cognizant of what your goals are without listening to all the noise, I think that's kind of what it's about. So very, very cool on you. I think that's really, really neat.
Thanksgiving's coming up.
Yep.
You're a turkey run guy.
Yeah, we got a turkey run coming up. You'll see the bibs. We've got my business has something associated with it, but yeah.
You're
looking
very
forward to it.
competitive.
And you run marathons.
I'm not saying.
You run marathons.
Yeah, marathons are great.
Are they?
Yeah, well,
Are they?
not at mile 18 to 25. They're really awful. But at the end, they're cool, and they give
Yeah.
you these big shiny medals, and it makes you feel good about yourself. You know, again, it's
I'm
back
very
to-
envious of you that you have the ability to do that.
Well, it's back to kind of what we talked about. You know, just try to evolve, get better every day.
Yeah.
You know, some days we go backwards. Everybody does. But I started doing that probably, Bob, maybe 6-7 years ago in terms of running and stuff. I wasn't a big runner, but I needed something.
So you didn't start. You waited till after you were 50 to start.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I was playing hockey with a bunch of knuckleheads in Quincy, and once I got,
That'll wear you out.
And you couldn't do that anymore.
they keep
Yeah.
getting younger.
Yes.
And I keep getting older.
And they're faster,
Somebody
and
said,
I'm slower.
That was a quote.
Yeah.
Somebody, they
Yeah.
just
It was
keep
Matthew
getting. It was
McConaughey.
Matt
And
McConaughey.
McConaughey,
Yeah.
A different
Different
topic.
context, but that's
Yeah.
okay. We still get it. All
Yeah,
right. So
yeah.
you were playing hockey, and you decided to enter your first marathon when? Do you
Gosh.
remember?
Yeah, I was 22, I believe. So,
5 years ago.
2022?
yeah.
Okay.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
3 years ago.
Yeah, Chicago. I did Chicago.
Okay.
And then I did Chicago in 24, and I got to do the Boston Marathon this year.
Yeah.
Which was really incredible because, you hear about that. That's the first one you see when you're a kid on TV,
For sure,
right?
for sure.
And I let the Kenyans go past me. I figured
let them.
You let them.
We're gonna let them.
Obviously, we're gonna
go.
let them take.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're gonna let them take
give
the
them the
lead.
easy one. And
Bye, you Gabuka. See
Yeah.
you later.
actually, I think I actually started, Bob. I think I started when they were done. I mean, that's kind of how it works, right?
yeah.
They
I mean,
put the old
you
guys in
gotta
the back.
let them have their stage.
Yeah.
So that's fine.
Yeah, it's
you're good.
cool.
So you started marathoning, which obviously I don't know shit about, but are you competitive? I pinned you as that,
yeah,
but I think you are.
am.
Yeah.
And that's something I hope to turn off a little bit someday.
Oh, no, I think it's good because not only does it lend to your marathons, but it lends to like when you're raising funds for our community, when you're doing your wealth management, when you're doing all the things, you have to be competitive. You want to win. You have to win.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you won a beautiful wife. I mean, in every sector of your life, I feel like you have to want to one up yourself. And you've done that really, really well. I do want to go back to St. Louis because
We're getting there.
and I don't want to like take over, but we have so many weird connections that I'm not going to blast it all here, but I'm going to give it back to you as far as St. Louis. Because
Well, I wore my Hill sweatshirt
Okay.
today, so I want to talk a
Perfect.
little bit about the Hill.
Oh, I love talking about the Hill. It's my
And
favorite.
okay,
you lived there? No, your
Grandparents.
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 My
lived there.
parents did. And
Parents.
grandparents and parents, and my father's funeral was at St. Ambrose, and my mother and father got married at St. Ambrose, and Milo's, which is kind of, I'd call it like the Spring Street type of bar.
Yeah.
Cool.
Is they have bocce or bocce ball, depends on how you pronounce
Mm-hmm.
it. My cousins built the lanes. I mean, that is my place right there.
Yeah.
That is my home.
Milo's is great.
So if we've got a hot date,
Yeah.
I'd recommend
What's your place? Though?
keeping it romantic.
All right.
Got to keep it romantic.
And how?
Well, I like Charlie Gito's, but you got to get the front room. The
You do.
front room. You get the back room, it's very pedestrian.
Charlie Gito's.
Were you a Gito's downtown guy?
No, never. No.
See, I was a Gito's downtown guy before ball games.
Okay.
That was
yeah.
always because of the 3-block walk back then. Of course, it's closed now because of everything closed in St. downtown after COVID.
Right. I got a cool story about Charlie Gito's. And
Let's hear it, because that's always been
well,
my
I don't
favorite
know if it's a
place.
cool story, but it's a story for maybe young
I got one too,
Young-
but
young-
it's
young-
I got one too.
young boys.
I got one too, but it's for men of our age or
Okay.
certain age. Go ahead. You first.
So this was actually before a ball game. I went with Laura, and we had a nice table in the front room.
on the Hill.
Yep.
You're on the Hill.
At
Okay.
the Charlie's, and father and his son came in, and it was, like I said, before a ball game. So they were decked out in Cardinal gear. The little boy had his baseball cap on, and the maitre d', the host, he looked like something out of Goodfellas. He really did. I mean, this guy looked tough, and I was sitting
Like
there.
tight sleeves and
No, not tight sleeves,
no.
but big, and kind of like his nose looked a
Okay,
little
yeah, I
out of
gotcha.
place.
I gotcha, yeah.
And I said,
You got
I s-
punched him.
I said, Laura, look at this. So the big guy leans over to the dad and says something, and the dad's like, oh, yeah, you can do that. And I was like, I don't know what he's going to do. So then he whispers to, the big host whispers down to the boy. And the little boy looks around kind of sheepishly a little bit, and he takes off his hat. And what he did was he taught him a little lesson that if you're like in a restaurant where you've got tablecloths, you don't wear a hat.
Respect.
No.
It's respect.
And then I saw a Sopranos episode where Tony got all mad about it too. It must be an Italian thing.
It's
They don't
better
like the
than
hats.
like flipping it off.
Now, what I will say, not even if it's cold outside though.
Yeah?
You wear your hat into the place, but as soon as you get there, you take it off.
Yeah, it depends on the restaurant too. I mean,
Yeah.
if it's like a sports pub, I don't see.
Right, but
yeah.
no, you're right. Tiramisu, not a hat place.
I wouldn't think so, but you see a few hats occasionally. But
You
yeah.
do, but I still, and I have back in the past. It depends on the situation, but no, normally not though. But my Gito story is I was probably there late '80s, and Cardinals were playing the Dodgers, but I wasn't there for a ball game. But I just happened to go down to Gito's, and Lasorda was in there talking to Charlie.
Okay.
And I walk on, I'm like, "Hey, how you doing?" I say, "Thank you for pitching to Jack Clark." And I walked out. I think he cussed at me on my way out, but that's okay.
I have a
LaRussa.
short story about Charlie Gito's.
Lasorda. It was Lasorda.
Lasorda.
It was Lasorda. I said that to
Okay.
Lasorda. Thanks for
Oh
pitching.
my gosh.
I said thanks for pitching to Jack Clark.
Oh wow.
In '85, remember?
You know, he's really connected though to St. Louis because of the Hill situation.
Yes.
He would go to the old cathedral for mass.
Yep.
And then he'd go to the Hill and eat with like 5 different families. And he was a normal, good Italian.
He was, but he and Gito were tight, and
Yeah.
he'd do the downtown, and he'd do the Hill, he'd do all of them.
He knew my
so.
Uncle Chick Severino. They were really, really close.
So
Hang on, I got to stop you because I got a story about Charlie Gito's too.
Okay, go ahead.
So when I was younger, we were not well off, but that was kind of our treat to go there. It was like we would go shopping, and then we'd go to the Hill, and Charlie Gito's was the place. And then we would go out, and we were raised Catholic, so we would see all of the Mother Mary statues in the eye, and it was just very, very cool. But it was it was kind of our treat. But to be in such a community was like, yeah. We're safe. We're good.
It's
this
still a
is
good
cool.
community too.
I know.
beautiful-
We
it's
just went there
wonderful.
with my mom, and we actually got lost because we went down the path where, it's like near the highway where all of the dumpsters and things are. And we were like, oh my gosh, where are we? We had no idea, but it was so, so cool.
But it also, it's the history with
It's so
Yogi
neat.
Berra
It's so cool.
and Joe Garagiola and the whole.
What about the
whole
soccer
thing.
team in
The
1961
which
when
was
they
all guys from the hill.
they beat England?
I didn't
Why
mean to
not?
just, I didn't
No,
mean to
no,
divert
that, no,
things.
no,
I
that's
just want to tell my
fine.
story too.
But I think that, but still, there's Ragazzis, there's Savazas, there's so many good places there, and it's like you always want to go to your spot. I get it, but man, every once in a
Branch
while,
out.
it's like let's try something else,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when you're in Quincy, we all have our spots. We all love the McLean places. We all love it, but it's like everyone's like, let's try something else.
For sure.
There's so many good places. Very, very. I think that's one thing that we're rich in, not only with community, but food and fellowship. And okay, so when you're talking about your travels, do you have somewhere on your bucket list? Do you
Oh
have
my
something
gosh.
that combines all of your loves? Is there something? What about Laura? What about your family? Are they like, Dad, let's go?
We were
the-
planning on going to Egypt this year.
What?
Yeah, that would have been so cool. But with all the crazy stuff going on over
Oh,
there
yeah,
at
yeah.
the time,
Okay.
it was kind of like, where it's located. So that's where we went to Hawaii instead. But yeah, that's definitely on the list.
How
many
was Hawaii?
Man, it was fantastic.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
How many times have you been to
Egypt's
Italy?
on the list.
just twice.
Really?
Yeah. I drove a car in Italy, and I just remember I had to pick up or drop somebody off at the airport, and I was driving around the Coliseum, and I was like, what am I doing, man? And then I get home, and I have 40 to 50 tickets, because over there they have the cameras.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and so I was going really fast.
So there's like National Lampoons, and you're like driving around the
Yeah,
thing,
it
and
was-
you're
it
like,
was
yo, I'm just
horrible.
getting tickets and tickets and tickets
I
and
didn't
tickets.
know what I was doing, man. It
Oh,
was
that's
terrible.
awesome.
But
Hey, perspective.
yeah, very fortunate.
Awesome.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
very, very cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so you obviously you travel abroad and you're running and you're doing all these things and everything's awesome, but bringing it back home, this is a question, I don't know if Bob agrees with it, but I just want to ask, so you're very in tune with what our community needs. Do you have any ideas, or have you been brainstorming anything that maybe no one's talked about for our community? What are some things that you're like, I just want to get involved in this, or I just think we need this? Or how do we get people more engaged? Or is there?
That's a great question. I don't know, because
She asks good questions.
sometimes it does seem like when you go to these different events, you see a lot of the same people, and that's awesome. But I think the biggest challenge we have is trying to get that next 27-year-old
How do we get that
involved
contact?
in that stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's maybe not as cool as they think, and not as fun. But man, I love what they're doing on 6th Street, and I know that some of the vibes, like the brewery and the things they're organizing, community
Absolutely.
cleanup, coming down here to clean up, that's really, really awesome.
Yeah.
So it's just trying to get that next
How do you
generation
get them
involved.
Yeah,
You
and
want to
again,
tell them my idea?
What do you got?
you go ahead.
What's it
I'm
gonna-
not
he
stealing your
hates
thunder.
Is
it.
it copyrighted?
No,
No,
Okay.
Bob hates a
I don't
parade.
like parades. I'm not a parade guy.
Yeah, Christmas
I'm
parade?
so okay. So
You're
I
against
am.
it?
No, I'm not against it.
He
I
hates
just
a
don't.
parade.
I just don't need to be a part of it. You all have all the parades you want. I just don't ask me to be there. Okay?
So
fair.
I think
I mean, great.
I think the Christmas parade and the lighting of the park is incredible. I think that everyone loves
Magical.
the holiday spirit. So I'm like, we need to be involved, and he can be Scrooge. He can
That would be good.
right?
Yeah.
We just need, but I think it
I'd
would
be
be
a
a
Bill
great
Murray
way to
Scrooge.
get people involved in the next generation of news, the next generation of community service. So I think that it's cool.
I'll concede parades can be too long sometimes. So, but I can also say
have
that
some
I like-
Wellers.
Especially when it's 22 degrees
Just
outside.
have Wellers
Right.
and bundle up.
Right, but maybe we don't need to start at Flint Stadium. Maybe we start, you know what I
St.
mean?
Peter's.
Yeah, that's
Start
what
St.
I'm.
Peter's.
So I think we can compromise on this deal. That's what I'm about, bringing people together. And I agree with you, because if I look to Hannibal, they've got a Christmas parade. They have a Halloween
Absolutely.
parade.
Hannibal has a ton of parades.
Lighting that, I mean, they do all the things. I think we're headed in the right direction. We're doing all the things, but the vortex of getting people engaged is
The
where
parades
it's
is
at.
going to make everything go.
Dude, I'm telling you.
I love it. I actually don't mind it, but really, we do need to shorten that route. Shorten that route, and also be careful. How do you? I don't want to sound like Larry David here, but how do you?
what's it gonna-
Didn't they
tell me
shorten it?
about.
I feel like
there
they
should
did
be
shorten it,
rules.
but-
There should be rules
My
about
life-
what can be in the parade.
My life has really, the last couple of years, really been a couple seasons of Curb, really. It
Is
really
that right?
had been. Yeah.
You know, I've never seen Curb Your Enthusiasm, and my favorite comedian is Andrew Santino. I know. I can't figure it out. Anyway, so let's talk about. Okay, so we have a bucket list for how to get the community more involved. What's your bucket list as far as traveling?
Yeah, it was definitely Egypt and Morocco, probably.
Yeah,
That's kind
okay.
of cool. We're
That's
going to do that
neat.
vibe. Yeah.
Can you tell me why?
James Bond, Casino
That's his-
Royale.
Really?
How'd you know that?
I just knew.
Okay, so
We're-
He's
I
a
know
mind
you.
picker.
So I've got a book. Do they still say coffee table? I've got a coffee
Yeah, I
table
got a coffee
book.
table book.
Yeah, I've got
Yeah.
of all the James Bond.
I have a toilet book.
James Bond stuff and the different countries he's been to, and so that's all I'm trying to check them all off. And don't ask me how many I've been to because I don't know offhand, but that's my goal. And you're right. Yeah.
That's cool. Okay, so does Laura? Does she ever?
Say no
No. Does she ever say maybe?
all the time.
Okay.
Especially Egypt.
Really?
Well,
Not a
because
fan.
blonde, they're blonde.
they're very-
And I could
yes.
probably, pass as a local
you-
with a good tan.
She's
right?
gonna get-
She, and so that worried her a little bit.
Just dye your hair.
That's what I say.
I don't know. Okay, so then as far as concerts, do you have
Bucket list. I don't know. They're all passing away. But I'm
How
trying.
many,
Okay.
how many times?
New
you-
ones?
Did,
New,
did
you
you?
have any
How many
new?
times have you seen Billy Joel?
Billy Joel once.
Did
And
you see him when he was in St. Louis last time?
I did, and you know what I did?
That's right. We were both there. Yeah.
I waited till 15 minutes before the concert and went to StubHub and got like second row.
You're
we
shitting me.
were lower section. Yeah, we had great
Yeah.
Billy Joel Sting. I mean Billy Joel Sting. Come on, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
All right, Billy Joel. Are you an Elton John fan?
No, not really. He's okay, but
That's okay.
my new music. I'm trying to learn new music because they're all dying.
You
right?
should.
So
There's some great music out there.
Whiskey Myers. Have you heard of this group?
Yes.
I kind of dig them. They're kind of fun.
They're very cool.
They're kind of like Leonard Skinner, except younger.
They're very cool, and I feel like you get front row right now.
Yeah,
Just do it and
Yeah.
follow them up through the ranks.
yeah.
That's cool.
They're pretty cool. And,
I like Chris Stapleton. I need to go see him.
Yeah, I like this song in that Brad Pitt movie. Just as bad as I used to be.
Yeah.
Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's pretty cool.
That's good.
And I did listen to all of Morgan Wallen's new
Good.
35 songs he released. That's crazy.
It's
Yeah.
wild. It's also a different landscape. So I feel like when you're talking about older, like Leonard Skinner, which is what I grew up with, obviously. But when you're talking about that, I mean, obviously the landscape has changed. So I'm not saying I don't respect it, but it is easier to crank out some number one hits.
Yeah.
But I do think that it's very, very cool to find your niche and support it. So when you're talking about, Sammy Hagar, and do you find someone ever replacing or not replacing,
Right.
filling those shoes?
Probably not.
No.
What's that Van Fleet? What's that group
Yeah.
called?
Yeah.
Fleet?
That's another one.
Yeah.
I was staying at a hotel downtown, and I was going in after a run, and I saw this guy.
Oh, and you absolutely met him?
Yeah, and he walked through the door, and I thought he was like a circus guy. I'm like, I swear to God, I said, is a circus in town? What's that guy wearing? And they're like, I don't know. And then the next day, it was that dude.
Greta Van Fleet.
That's it.
I
yeah.
am so pissed right now. Can I tell you my 3 brushes with fame?
Yeah, let's
All
hear 'em.
right, I got
Besides me.
Bobby, of
Yeah.
course. All right, so I got 4. Then I have Bozo the Clown.
Oh, that's big.
I was on the Bozo.
That's pretty. Oh, that's pretty cool.
I was the grand prize game. Okay. Nobody knows it.
Choked
I
in
did
the
choke.
grand prize
Bucket
But
3.
still, pretty
All right,
wild.
fine. Ron Jeremy.
I met Ron Jeremy.
I did meet him at the Pimps and Hose Ball in St. Louis. Just
The what?
FYI. Yeah, I did.
Okay,
and I
thank
got
you.
his autograph.
I went and heard him speak at WIU.
I got caught in
Wow.
an elevator with Slayer. Those are my 3. That's it.
Those are
Oh,
pretty good.
and I didn't really get to meet Donald Trump, but I did meet his Secret Service man, so that's it. I
That's
got
pretty
4.
good.
Okay,
That's
cool.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it though, Rich? Because you're out here meeting Kathy Griffin, George Clooney, and I feel like I gotta step up my game.
I'm trying to think who I would really want to meet.
I met Gretzky and Janet Jones in the Ritz-Carlton like 2 weeks after he got traded to the Blues.
That's really cool.
And I was down there for a conference, and I was like, oh, hey, man, welcome to St. Louis. So glad you're here. And I actually said, Mike Keenan, huh?
Good call.
And that didn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so who do we want to meet?
That's
Can
what I was
ask
going to
that?
say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would it be our bucket
I
list
met Jack
meet?
Buck. He's my idol.
Yeah.
I interviewed Jack Buck
Okay.
in college.
Are
I
you,
got to say-
are you a Joe Buck fan?
I like Joe a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's about our age, a little younger than us, but yeah.
Fine.
Hey, I'd like to meet John Hamm. I think John Hamm.
That's a pretty good one right there.
I think he's again about our age, John Burroughs guy, He would be a lot of fun.
And
Right,
he
go
takes
ahead.
advantage of his situation.
Oh, absolutely.
If the Blues
What
are
did you
playing
think of
in
him
LA,
wearing the Chiefs jersey?
Yeah, I don't know. I figured, again, he's just an opportunist. He takes advantage of it, right?
Well, you
and
don't
I would
need
do
to
the
do
same
that. It's like, okay, you're already cool. Don't fuck it up.
Yeah, you couldn't give it to Paul Rudd, or you couldn't give it to one of Jay Sudeikis, one of the other
Right.
true KC guys.
They
It
just
had to
probably
be.
couldn't get him.
Yeah.
Ham's always ready to go, right? So,
Sudeikis could have done it.
Somebody on your list?
man, I
Like,
don't know.
Rich meets Clooney and gets a picture while he's in New York. I meet Biff Henderson and get a picture.
Biff was great.
I don't know, Ben.
Yeah. I think if I really had to be like starstruck over somebody, I'd probably say Brad Pitt's probably
Really?
pretty darn cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brad left Mizzou just as I was going to Mizzou.
No grad Brad is
No
what they
grad-
call him at
yeah.
Mizzou.
Obviously, I think I would
Missed a few credits.
probably piss my pants if I met a Brad Pitt, since Ron Jeremy's on my list. But I think so. Just following my repertoire of like podcasts and stuff, I'm very much into stand-up comedians, and I think Bobby Lee, Andrew Santino, Theo Von.
What about Adam Ray? You like him?
Yes,
I
I
just saw
do.
him
Well, you
in
saw
LA.
Theo Von
I
down
did,
St. Louis,
yeah,
didn't
but
you?
I didn't get to meet him. But I think that they're doing incredible things. That's how younger people are getting their news, and they're doing a very good job of keeping it more independent and down the line. So I think those would be my...
We were talking about podcasts earlier. You listen to Mar.
Yeah, I do.
Club Random.
Again, not necessarily in my lane when it comes politically, but what he does on that show, which I really love, is he brings someone on, and usually it's someone controversial, but they don't talk politics. They talk sports. They talk music. He's a big Beatles fan, as you know.
Yep.
And you just get to know the guys. And again, it goes back to our conversation. Man, once you actually talk to people that you may not you may disagree with politically, you find out that you got a lot more in common than you have
Commonalities.
uncommon.
We do.
Yeah.
And then you hit the politics, and then things blow up.
Well, so like Theo Von always brings in like random like he brought in a New York City garbage man or a lunch lady. And it's like, yeah, obviously we all have commonalities, and we've gotten so immersed in right, left, and right, wrong. It's like, who really, when you look out your back door, do you really give a shit about that? Because in Quincy, we only care about who wants to give back and show up for our community. And I just think that that's
totally
where
agree.
it is.
I went to the Dream Big the other night, and
Yes.
someone said, "What are you doing here? Aren't you a Q&D'er?" I'm like,
No,
"No,
I'm a
man.
community guy.
I loved.
I'm a community
Quincy.
guy. I'm
We
a
are
community
Blue
guy.
Devils for tonight.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
And
It's-
yeah.
I mean, and plus, my kids, Ellen teaches in public schools. My kids are all Blue Devils, but being Catholic, I'm a huge supporter of Q&D. Everything they do. I got a ton of Q&D friends. It's like, no, I don't, I have friends who on both sides who root against the other, and I just don't know.
well,
I
that's
root for
friendly
everybody.
competition, I hope.
Oh, sometimes it is, and sometimes it's not.
I hope.
Let's see what happens when QND and QHS play in basketball this year, because I don't think it's going to be fun for the QHSers.
And
I'm just
boys or
saying,
girls?
Boys.
Because the girls are going to be
Girls are going to be a war.
stacked, right?
That'll be a great game.
But-
QHS QND girls will be the best game, best basketball game of the year, high school basketball game of the year, regardless of sex. That will be the best game.
Can I give you my biggest pitch I've ever given for this community?
Please.
Yes.
It involves
Please,
sports
please,
and it involves
please.
coming together.
Yes.
So in St. Louis, Missouri, on Thanksgiving Day, they have the
Webster Groves and Kirkwood and the
football
Turkey Bowl.
Turkey Bowl. And I know this would upset people who really want to spend all day with their family, but if Quincy High and Quincy Notre Dame could play the Turkey Bowl on Thanksgiving Day, it doesn't even count,
Right.
Except it's bragging rights.
Right.
It brings the community together. It's
Because
really
they can't play each other anymore because QND joined the Central State 8.
So think about it. You've got your turkey run in the morning. You're supporting the YMCA. You decide, hey, maybe we'll go watch the football game at 11, settle in the house about 1 o'clock, and then enjoy Thanksgiving.
I think it's a great idea.
Raise money, though.
Perfect.
All that money, goes towards the programs.
You are a uniter, not a divider.
That's right. That's right. But
The things
I've
that
been talking about that forever.
the things that bring us together are far greater than the things that divide us.
That's so
We've
true.
come a long way, Bob, haven't we?
We have.
Over the
We've,
years.
we've mellowed.
Yeah.
We've matured.
Yeah.
You guys
Buddy,
are really cool
yeah.
guys.
It's good to see you.
Oh, thanks
I don't
for
see
having
enough.
me.
One of those guys I don't see enough of.
I think this has been
honestly.
incredible. Obviously, Rich Marcolla is someone here to stay, and we're lucky to have him. So thank you so much for joining us.
And thank you guys for watching.
Thank you.